Welcome to the Nightly News. I'm your host, Eric Garcia. Tonight we will be discussing the myth that dynamic stretching improves performance better than static stretching. Dynamic stretching is the stretching of the body while in movement, and static stretching is the stretching of the body while in place. To get further understanding on this, we will move to my partner Mark, who is out on the track.
Thank you, Eric. It's a little bit wet out here, so it makes it more important that you need to stretch properly. We're going to take a look at dynamic and static stretching individually and determine which one is better. So static stretching is stretching while standing in place. So to demonstrate that, we'll be touching our toes. We'll stand straight, face wherever you want to. Reach down, keep your back and your face pointed outward while you try and touch your toes. I physically can't touch my toes. Some other people can touch the floor, and props to them. But if you can see, that was while I was in place. Now dynamic stretching is while you're moving. So to do this, we'll be looking at good mornings or sunrises, whatever you would like to call them. So to do this, you stick your heel into the ground, you bring your hands down to your heel, and you rise up almost like you're taking a breath of fresh air. So, and you keep doing it. You just swap legs. Each of them can be very beneficial. For example, dynamic stretching involves movement, so it also warms you up in the process, while static stretching just more works on flexibility. We're going to use static stretching as well when we use this hurdle. All right, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have a 39-inch high school hurdle, and what we're going to do is we're going to put our foot dorsiflex pointing back towards us, and we're going to reach down and touch our toes. So here's what this is doing. It's straining these muscles right here and helping them to flex and move so that you are getting a proper stretch out of it. Now, that doesn't help warm you up. So, in conclusion, you need to be able to warm up before you run. So, doing dynamic stretching is very beneficial to helping performance.
Thank you, Mark, for the insight on the myth. We received information on a study that was done on the effects of static and dynamic stretching on injury prevention in high school athletes. There were 22 teams that stuck with this study, and there was a total of 465 student athletes within those teams. 214 of those athletes did dynamic and static stretching, while the other 251 did dynamic stretching by themselves. Throughout the entire season, there were 20 injuries, on average of 2 injuries per team amongst those who did both dynamic and static stretches. There were 17 injuries with an average of 1.42 injuries per team for those who performed solely dynamic stretches. So, in conclusion, we can see that dynamic stretching does improve performance rather than static stretching. So in accordance to the myth, it is true. And for that, we will end the show tonight. I wish you all a good night. Signing off, Eric Garcia.